I want to talk about Faces of Death, specifically what's real and what's not real in the movie. Faces of Death is essentially a mixtape of murder, suicide, animal cruelty, all under the guise of this is real. There were some Japanese investors that were looking to make a movie around death. They approached this small American team. They essentially said, look, here's a budget, make us a film about death. That was essentially for the Japanese VHS market. Of course, Faces of Death kind of blew up in popularity, made a ton of profit in the box office, played at a lot of sort of grindhouse cinemas. The team were given full creative control. The movie is a combination of real footage, which is usually news footage within the movie, and then staged fake footage that's presented as real, both in the movie and in the marketing surrounding the movie. It's essentially a mixtape of all of these scenes, all of these death and destruction and natural disasters that's kind of interwoven by a narrator by the name of Dr. Francis Gross. The VHS marketing campaign for this movie claimed it was banned in 46 countries, which is pretty hard to actually determine whether that is true or not. One thing I can say that is true is it was part of the UK's Video Nasty list, and subsequently it was banned because of that, alongside a ton of other video nasties, which I will do a video on. Big trigger warning here. There's a lot of nasty stuff that we're going to talk about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the majority of what's in the movie, say what I know is real, what I know is fake, and what I assume to be real, and what I can't confirm is fake. The movie opens up with open heart surgery. You see a nice big beating, pumping heart. Then it falls into some sort of autopsies, all of which I would imagine are real footage, but it's nothing that you can't see on perhaps YouTube or some medical documentaries. Next, and this could be quite jarring to the viewer, we jump into dogfighting. There are two pit bulls, I believe. This was a scene that a lot of people were very upset about. However, it is fake. It's essentially two pit bulls that are playing, and then it is kind of cleverly cut away, and it's fake. This then moves on to indigenous peoples, hunting, skinning, eating animals. We go to a farmer. She beheads a chicken. Again, these are real. Then we jump over to the famous monkey scene. This is a very jarring scene, especially if you think it is genuine. We've got a group of Americans that are in this kind of exotic restaurant. They're on a table. In the middle of the table is a little hole. Restaurant owners bring a monkey through, a live monkey. They place the monkey's head through the table and they kind of lock it in place. Then we get, you know, some cuts of the people speaking, looking at the monkey. Again, the monkey is real. It's it's not comfortable. It doesn't look very nice, regardless of whether it's fake or not. Then what happens is the Americans are given a hammer each and they start smacking the monkey in. The monkey's dead. The monkey is then, I suppose, cut open and they all eat the brain. This is fake. The hammering, bludgeoning sequence is fake. There's some quick edit cuts and things. The brain that they're eating is actually cauliflower, so the look of disgust on the actors' faces is genuine. Understandably so, because that shit is gross. We then jump over to a group of men that have been contracted by a government to club seals. This is real. It is horrible. The narrator does state, given two reasons for why this happens. One is to kind of naturally aid in the population control of the seals. The other is because seal pelts are extremely lucrative. I think I know which one is probably higher on their priority list. There's a guy on a boat that tries to wrangle an alligator. He gets pulled in, he gets eaten. This is fake. There's a police shootout with a father that has murdered his family, and this is fake. Next we visit a morgue. This is real. It's what you can imagine. We're just seeing lots of dead bodies in different states of composition. Another really famous scene, a still of this scene is very much used in the marketing of the movie, but a live execution of a prisoner via electric chair. How they do it, what they do exactly, this is fake. It's staged. Next we've got a ritual human sacrifice. You can guess which one this is going to be. In fact, the leader of this cult actually turned out to be the writer/director of the movie. So we get some religious, fanatical stuff, people putting their bodies in fires, playing with deadly snakes, speaking in tongues, all that, you know, stuff that you'd see on American television, which is real. Next, and this one actually is quite interesting, there is a body that's washed up on a beach. Someone had fallen into the water and drowned, unfortunately. This is genuinely real. The film crew were filming in California on a beach at the time. Randomly, a body washed up. It was unfortunately someone that had got drunk, fallen in, some days prior had been missing and washed up. Luckily for the camera crew, I suppose, they were there just as that happened, and that is on film. We jump to some cavers that are going down trying to extract the body of a boy that had fallen down into a cave sometime prior. Couldn't find much about this, but I believe it is fake. It just doesn't seem that genuine. A bear attacks Bob. There's a couple in a car. Bob, husband, boyfriend, whatever, decides to get out of the car, give a hug to this bear, and the bear eats him. This is fake. This is probably one of the videos in the whole movie that is very obviously fake. Different natural disasters, riots, things like that. A protest, a man immolates, is fake. It's certainly not real. It's just a guy in a, flame retardant suit. We've got some unfortunate war footage, some concentration camp stuff, which obviously isn't the nicest thing to see. And then we pretty much end off in the aftermath of a plane crash. So we do see bodies and things. This is genuine as far as I could tell. At least it very much seems genuine and real. And that's it. I remember this being a movie that I really wanted to see when I was young. I had very much a morbid curiosity on it. When I watched it, I thought it was all genuine. I was pretty blown away by a lot of the things that I'd seen on there. I'll give it to the director and to the film crew. They've done a very good job. A lot of it is very genuine, or at least very genuine looking. Apparently there was a lot of crime scene footage that they'd kind of went through. A whole ton of newsreel footage that initially the movie was going to just be a mixtape of news footage. Everything real. They decided against it. It's a bit too mundane, a bit too morbid. They decided to introduce the narrator character, fake a bunch of scenes, do some movie magic, and make it a more compelling movie.